This week we're talking about gaming, celebrities and current events, and our pets having health problems. It's a weird one this week, but stick around because it's Pickle Talk. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Pickle Talk. I'm Jake, and with me this week I got Aaron once more.
How's it going?
I got Adrian.
Hey.
And a very special guest. I got Willie with me.
Yo.
Biggie Pino, episode
Biggie
2.
Pino.
Biggie man.
Yeah. So welcome to the podcast, Willie. Did you get a chance to listen to the other one? I know it just came out yesterday.
Yesterday, yeah.
So have you
a
gotten a chance? A little bit of it?
A good 40 minutes of it.
Oh, that's good.
Oh man,
yeah.
Longer than
Is
I
it a
got into
banger?
it.
Was that?
So was it a banger?
Oh yeah, it was a banger.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was definitely just chilling. I was just laying down in bed and I had it just playing loud on my desktop. So I could just hear y'all talk. I was like, dude, I like this.
I was
Yeah.
thinking about maybe listening to it while I play Minecraft or something like that.
Yeah, I went for a drive earlier this morning and I had it playing in the car. And it sounded good.
We're getting high on our own supply. So yeah, episode 2.
Episode 2 of Pickle Talk. We changed the name. I know because in the first episode we said it was Pickle Pop Podcast, but we changed it to Pickle Talk.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, these are just growing pains, but we're getting through them.
It was a collective
Kinda sounds
decision.
like a talk show.
It is a talk
Pickle.
show.
It is a talk show.
Well, I
yeah.
mean, like on television, like Oprah or something, like Pickle Talk.
Like, welcome to Pickle Talk.
Yeah, I wish that there was a way that we could get this live. It would be cool if we could get someone watching this to come in as a guest. That'd be really cool. Then it would be a talk show.
Did we just
Yeah.
embarrass them and ruin them on live?
Yeah. Then they'll call Dr. Phil. That's us. Dr. Pickhill.
So like last week, we're gonna open it up and just talk about our weeks. How's everyone's week? We'll start with Adrian this time. How's your week?
How's my week?
Yeah.
It was weak, man. Weak sauce. No.
Wow.
I don't know. It was fine. Nothing really too eventful.
All right, cool. Willie, how about you? How's your week?
It was a pretty chill week. Nothing too crazy. Stuck in that workflow. Wake up every morning, go to work. Early as hell.
Yeah,
Make money. Up the grind.
that is the grind. And Aaron, how's your week? How's that Minecraft treating you?
Splendid. I mean, not on the Minecraft, but everything else is splendid.
Your week was splendid.
Yeah,
Why was
dude.
Minecraft not splendid?
Because I didn't play too much. Yeah, nobody did my treasure hunt. Yeah, I set up a nice, I thought that it would be simple enough riddle, and nobody even tried. I was like, dang, I'm not getting any feedback on this. And I was just sad.
Yeah, that's. I mean,
we all got the prize though.
Yeah, you. Oh my god! Don't even get me started on the harassment that took place. Oh.
Yeah.
It's like I was being freaking chased like an angry mob. All of y'all, I was just being chased around. Nobody would leave me alone.
Yeah, no. I mean, you set the terms. You said, "Hey, whoever gets to my house first gets the prize." I just happened to be in the area. I got there first. So, I mean, don't say something if you don't mean it.
Well, I mean, okay, I meant it. I just didn't know that it was going to be that. I don't know. I figured if y'all didn't even try for the treasure in the first place, that why would y'all want to try it now? And then next thing I knew, everybody was chasing me around the whole freaking place. So,
no one wants to do the work.
Everybody wants to be rich, but nobody wants to work for it.
And what was the last time y'all ever did was it Easter? Whenever we do the Easter egg hunts, and when was the last time you actually did one of those?
Dude, I don't.
I think it was when I was 18.
long ago.
Easter egg hunt, maybe like I don't even know. Like maybe like 15 or 16. But
Long
Really?
time.
every Easter egg hunt's been like pretty like boring, basically.
Lame. Yeah.
Bro, it was to get
Yeah.
candy or
Yeah,
money.
true. It's
Got so
it's
late
like
to
a
the part. You got like a colored like rock. It's just gold. Like,
Yeah.
all right, let's have an egg.
Yeah. Did you guys? Because like I know that that's a different like it's the same theme, but it's always different among like different families. Like, what was your big prize, and what would be in the prize?
For Easter?
So like, yeah. So like for me, my family had a golden egg that if you found, you had $100 in it, and then or I think it was like either 50 or 100. It
oh,
depended on who was setting it up, I think. Um, but yeah. So like, did you guys ever have like that golden egg or like a golden bunny or something?
yeah,
No.
dude. Actually, there was. I couldn't tell you how far back it was. Back when I was still in the church. We had the golden egg, and funny the mess up thing was is I saw it before we even started. Like we were all counting down. I saw the egg, and I was like, "Oh my, I need to beeline it." And sure enough, before I got there, some other kid got it, and yeah, it had like $100 in it or something. And I was like,
Bruh.
"Dude, come on!" I know. Oh my god, I was so mad. But that was probably one of the only few. Like, I'm sure I don't remember a lot of the other ones, but the only one I can like vaguely remember is like this place. It was a big place, and there was just eggs everywhere, like a huge field. Uh, but yeah, that's early. It's the last one I remember.
That sounds kind
Yeah.
of therapeutic.
What, Easter egg
Kind
hunting?
of.
No, like a big freaking place with a bunch of eggs out around it.
Yeah.
Like a big place,
Like
you know?
Easter eggs are
Big
just
hunt
like
in the
just eggs.
cornfield. Just get lost.
Yeah.
Just
My
Count
eggs
again.
everywhere.
yeah, my golden egg factor for Easter was always we got to eat.
Oh,
Yeah.
that like if you
Yeah.
didn't participate,
Like
if you didn't.
candy, or like did they put like food like put sausages
Oh,
in
no,
like?
no, 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 no. Like it's like either
Yeah,
you're going to
coupon.
like if I went up to my family's place for like Easter or something like that, just like where I happen to be in town for Easter, they're like, okay, if you don't participate in the Easter egg hunt, you don't get to eat. I'm like, I'm already
Oh.
17. What the hell is this? And um, yeah, at least that's what I was told.
Jeez.
Yeah, I never really liked Easter because I grew up like I was like the only kid in the house. Like my brother had already grown up and moved out or
What?
whatever. So uh, I grew up and I was pretty much like an only child for all things considered. And so whenever it was Easter, it was just my parents just watching me walk around the house with an Easter basket, and it was like really awkward.
Oh no.
So it's just like, and then it was even worse as I got older because it's like, well, now it's just me and my dad, and we're just chilling, walking around the house. And then eventually, like, we skipped the whole Easter egg part, the hunt, and then he just gave me like a basket full of Easter eggs. That I remember one year he gave me 100 eggs with $1 bills in them,
Oh.
and I was just like, this is nice, but um, there are bigger bills, Dad.
You
Where you at?
you have a
I gotta leave.
brother? You have a
Yeah, I
brother,
have a brother.
Jacob? I've known you, let's see, for like 7 years, and I'm just learning that you have a brother.
Mm-hmm.
What's his
You're
name?
left-handed?
Yeah,
Oh
I'm
my!
left-handed. I have a brother. I have
Calm
a
down,
cat.
everybody.
I have a cat. Actually, speaking of my cat, uh, I took him to the vet a couple of weeks ago. A couple of days ago. Because I didn't really talk about my week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I took him to the vet. It was a checkup because the past week he was having trouble with his urinary tract or whatever. It's very common in male cats, and
yeah.
and so I was taking him for a checkup, and that's pretty much how it goes. And I remember when we brought him home, it was very sad because
Oh.
he had to stay in the restroom because we had him in the restroom because they were like, oh, he's gonna be leaking or whatever, And we were like, well, we have carpets. That's not ideal. But yeah, no, I just remember that was probably like a very stressful moment in my life. Just
Oh, dude, yeah. Like, was the vet an asshole about it at all?
I don't think so. No, my I wasn't there to drop him off because my mom. So like I had noticed he was acting weird one morning. Like he was like staying real low to the ground. His tail was like almost between his legs. He was licking his his lower half. Um, and I was like something is not right. Even when I fed him, I was like he didn't immediately go eat. And I was like, okay, what's wrong? What's wrong? I was staring at him as I was eating my breakfast, and I was like, I gotta look at him. And so I saw that he had a fluid coming out of him, and he was licking it, and I thought it was like I don't know, feces or whatever, because I didn't really get a good look at what his what hole it was coming out of to put it politely. And so I thought it was excrement, and so I swatted him away, and he got really mad. He got really defensive about it.
Oh.
And I was like, oh well, I'll keep an eye on you. And eventually he continued again, and I went to go to my computer to like look up, hey, like what I think my cat is eating his own shit. And it turns out that wasn't it. I kept on reading, and then I went back and I went to go like look at him some more, and I really studied him. I kept my distance. I was very polite about it, but I was staring at him, and yeah, I noticed that his manhood was out, which is I'd never seen that, right? Um, and I looked it up and they said, well, they don't really show like they don't really bring it out unless there's a problem. And I was like, okay, well, I guess there's a problem. And he was very round. He was a very round, big old fella, and I can definitely tell that he's feeling better. He's doing well, because he's a lot more thinner. He's got that like that hourglass figure. So, from the top down.
That's good. I had the same thing with Toby a couple, I don't know, weeks or months now. I have a terrible sense of time, but yeah, he was doing the same thing because like he's an asshole, but like you can really tell. Like he's usually pretty chill. Like he's never really bit me or anything. But there was one day where he was getting really pissy. Uh, pun intended. He was peeing blood a lot, and like at first we're like, okay, we're feeding him too much like dry food because I know that's a thing. Like too much dry food can be like not very good. I think like wet food's the way to go. But like but yeah, he was because he's done it a couple times, but usually it's just like we'd like switch him off the dry food for a little bit, and he'd be fine. But this time we were like switching it up, and it was still happening. So yeah, we like took him in, and this guy, this vet, this Russian dude, I think it was Russian, but it was definitely something else, and he was just because I was like all worried. I was like, okay, like Toby was not having a good time, like more than usual, or less than usual, I guess. And he got like his urine or whatever, and then he went back. I sat there for like 30 minutes. Comes back and I'm just like, oh, well, so like, is he cool? Like, is he gonna be all right? And he's like, well, uh, it no, it doesn't look good. And I was like, oh no. And he just straight up was like, yeah, your cat might die. Like that's pretty much how he said it. And I'm like, okay, thanks, man. And he didn't really give me much advice over that. He's just like, yeah, he might have to be on this like special diet for the rest of his life.
Yeah, that's what they told
this
me.
thing happens with cats sometimes. They have urine problems and then they die. I'm like, okay, thanks, sir. So I just go home thinking my cat's gonna die, dude. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's incredibly stressful. Cause like as I was doing my research, and they said he's got urinary tract blockage or whatever, right? And I was like, it's fatal because it could leak into the kidneys and kill them. And I was like, all right, and I texted my mom. I was like, we gotta take him to the vet. She's like, we don't got money for that, so we're just gonna get a home remedy. And I was like, home remedy, mom? He might die. She was like,
herbs on him.
Yeah, no, because what she had me do is she had me go to the store and get some raw apple cider vinegar, and that's supposed to help with their stuff, right? It's supposed to break down whatever's blocking them. And I was like, I don't know. He's not even eating, right? He's not doing anything. He's not drinking no water. Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, shove it down his throat? And she's like, no. Like, just give him some canned food, some wet food, sprinkle some of that vinegar, dilute it with some water, blah blah blah, and give it to them. And I was like, all right, I'll try it. And eventually, he was like, no, I don't. This isn't good. I don't like this. And he was in his tripod mode where he's got the one leg up. You know, when they go to like lick their thing, he was in tripod mode. Like pretty much the entire time, it was so uncomfortable for him to sit down normally that he just had to have one leg up, and it was very like concerning. But yeah, no, we took him to the vet the next day. My mom woke me up at like right before she went to work. She was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna take Lewis to the vet." And I was like, "Okay. Do you need any help?" She's like, "No, I got it." We put him in a cage. He doesn't like the cage, so he was meowing, and
he was meowing.
he was meowing, and he had to stay there overnight for like 4 days, while they did the surgery because they said that his bladder was like rock solid basically, like they were like crystals in his urinary tract.
Oh.
I don't know how it got that bad. You know, he you know, we go we do his litter, like pretty frequently. We change it. We're changing it even more more frequently now. But yeah, and now like you said, Adrian, he's like on a special diet, so it's like, we gotta go to we gotta have a prescription for it. So it's very, and then he also had so like when we brought him home, he had to wear a cone, and we just took it off of him last Wednesday, and so up until then he's been wearing a cone for like the past, like at the beginning of the week, I guess, from like Sunday through Wednesday, he was wearing a cone. We took it off of him, and yeah, now he's chilling. He's looking better, but that's just how it goes.
Nice. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any cat. Well, actually, we do have this cat, but I've never had to, get myself involved in all that. My involvement's with dogs. Yeah.
You ever have any sick dogs?
Yeah. Yeah, I've had some sick dogs.
All right.
You want to hear about it?
Do you want to talk about it?
I mean, it's not really that interesting of a story. I mean, one time Delilah just ate some chocolate cupcakes. It was really sad. I was at the vet. I was crying because I thought she was gonna die.
Jeez.
Is she though?
I mean,
no, she's fine. Like, nah, she's fine. They just made her throw it all up. I was like, oh man, I didn't want to see that, but whatever.
Isn't it like dogs? It just doesn't digest because, like,
chocolate's toxic to them.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I don't know if it's. I also know there's like sugar, like a specific type of sugar that's poisonous to them too.
Huh. Okay. Yeah, but anyway, it wasn't really good. I was just really sad. I was like taking pictures of her because I was like, man, this might be like the last time. I know it was really fucking pitiful. I was just like, man, because it was like the reason that I was so upset about it was because it was my fault. Miko had just baked these chocolate cupcakes, and for those of you who don't know, Miko's my stepmother, and I pulled them out, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna put them in a safe place, but I need to go outside and tell Miko that they're done. So I literally go do that. I go outside and because she's in our porch, and I say, hey, they're done. I come back in, and there's like 6 missing. I'm like, oh my lord. So, yeah, I felt pretty guilty because I thought that her death was gonna be my fault.
Dang, dude. That's rough.
Oh yeah, but
it's never easy.
Well, I mean, it was a little bit of an overreaction. I mean, come on, man. I mean, I know that vets aren't miracle workers or anything like that, but I mean, accidents happen. And there was that time that Pepper ate that freaking grease. Oh my god.
Oh
Jeez.
man.
Oh,
dude.
you remember that, Adrian?
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Oh, that was.
Dude, it was like a moment in a show, like at the end, when like something shocking has happened. Like Aaron and I we're just vibing, we're just chilling, and then we look over at the pan and just all the grease and fat.
We
just
cook
gone.
a freaking pork loin or something like that, and it just wasn't good. It was the worst thing ever.
Throwing up or what?
Oh, both ends.
Oh, okay, damn.
Yeah. So, yeah, you can just imagine how fun that was because that was Pepper's my biggest dog. So,
did she do that in the house, like on the carpet?
I'm sure she did.
Oh man.
Yeah, it wasn't cool, but just moral of the story, people, just look after your pets.
Yeah.
I mean,
accidents
don't happen, or accidents do happen. Excuse me, but
Yeah.
So.
I don't know if I ever told you. I think I did. It was a long time ago, but Maxim, may he rest in peace. He ate pills once. He just straight up ate prescription pills, and that was bad. Like he I don't know how threatening it was. Like I'm sure I'm sure it was mostly just like stomach stuff or whatever, probably him throwing up. But yeah, I think that scared me a lot too. I thought he was gonna die because I mean, I don't. They might have been mine or my sister's, but I'm not sure because we have vitamins here. But like I think at the time I might have still been on some like ADD medication, but I'm not really sure. But no, I think they were mine. They were like yellow bottles, so yeah, they were. I think they were like I don't know if I should try to even pronounce the name of it. Like it starts with meth. Like the first part of the word's meth. Methamphetamine. Oh, there you go. Oh no, never mind. Methamphyldate. No, that's not how you say it, but something like that. But yeah, but I mean, he would eat everything. Like his early years, not even early years. I'd say like the first half of his life, he just ate anything. Like we would go out and what's that?
Like me.
Yeah, he would. We'd go out and like clean his shit up, and it's just like uh it'd just be like a color like the whole rainbow in each turd. There was a different color. It was crazy. I was like, what? Yeah, and then we sent him to boot camp, and he was not bad at all. He just didn't, just chilled. But yeah, dude, animals just they don't know. They don't know.
Maxim is wilded. He's a
was
hungry
wild.
boy.
You be
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah, dude. Ate our socks.
Really?
Like, bro. Yeah, dude.
Whole
If
thing?
you dropped a sock and you forgot about it, it's gone. Like the front half of it would be gone. There's a giant hole.
Wow. Well, yeah, we spent about 30 minutes talking about dogs and sick animals. So
it's fine. What do you? It's what the people are here for. Everyone loves animals.
I mean, it's a pretty depressing topic. You know, we're talking about our pets almost dying. No, we haven't died, but
yeah. Hey man.
But yeah, no. So let's talk about a couple of things. We don't really have a topic list because as you could tell from last week, we didn't really follow it that well. But Willie, so you are probably the best at video games out of the entire squad.
What?
I would say so, yeah. I mean, you're very good at, Siege and Apex, right? What are your what are your thoughts on just like um being good at games? I know it's kind of like an open-ended question, but
Yeah. I mean, how I would describe my playstyle, I just like to like try a lot of different things. So like if I say like I play like very passive, like just sit back and just hide like enemies or something, like I'll do that, and then like obviously if something doesn't go right, then I'll try something different. Like approach it differently, go like straight in, full send it, you know. I mean, I just like to have fun. Like I guess you could say like my playstyle is kind of like a daredevil type. Like I try things that would be fucking, you know, crazy. Use my language. Um, yeah. I just
So would
like
you?
to have.
So you're like able to like change up your play style.
Yeah. So like I'm really good at it. You know, if I need to do something different, then I'll, you know, do that thing. You know, like if you need me to play support, I'll play support. If you need me to be attack, I'll play attack. If you need me to tank, you know, I'll be in the front lines, but survive as long as possible.
Yeah, that's very cool. It's a very good skill to have.
Mm.
What would you say is your like your best game like throughout your entire like life? What is one game that like you've dominated at and you can still dominate at?
I mean, there's a lot of games. Most of them are like, I guess, competitive games.
All
I'm
right.
gonna say it was like, had to be. I want to say it was like on the 360. I used to play a lot of like tactical shooters, which was this one game is called like Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Vegas
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
Did that a lot on 360. It's like a tactical shooter, but I'd say that's one of the games that I played a lot of, and I just got really good at. Playing.
That's dope. Yeah. Um, yeah, I follow. I wouldn't say I follow like esports a whole lot. I only follow one, which would be Overwatch, but
Mm.
I still, I'm still like in sort of like that space. So I do hear rumblings of different, esports. I tried getting to League. Not my best game, I'll be honest. I got flamed for my first and what is to be known as my only game.
Mm.
Um, and then yeah, I tried playing Valorant. It was okay. It's a very slow pace because like I said, like I follow Overwatch and I play a lot of Overwatch,
Mm.
and it's very fast paced, and that's something that a lot of people have noticed about the game. It's that it's there's not a lot of downtime. It's just constant action,
Yeah.
right? Um, and so yeah, I think that is something that I've just grown used to because that's like the only game I've taken seriously in a long time. The last game I took seriously was probably Halo 4.
Yeah. Actually, just to build off of that question. Well, originally I was gonna ask William specifically, but I guess we can all chime in on this. But I I guess like as like in a competitive setting, or really just like I don't know how to put it. Like, okay, say for example, like tactical shooters. Like, how do you feel about them in today's gaming climate? Because I don't know. Personally, I think they're in an odd place with. I don't know if I'd say innovation, but
Mm.
like from what I've seen, like a new one comes out and it'll be different. Whether that be art style or maybe there's different mechanics, but do you think there's enough of that, like to really allow? Because that's how I feel. I feel like there aren't enough franchises really pushing it, to really set themselves apart, which I think is why you have, I mean, obviously, why you have like things like Fortnite or whatever other game of that genre just dominating everything. All the other ones just die, whether they have fan bases or not. Like, there's like this one called Realm Rail, where it's
Yeah.
just like, yeah, I mean, and it's not bad. Like, it works, and I played a couple like for a little bit. It was all right, but you can tell, it's just not the same. But at the same time, there was, I don't know, they might have done it before. They had like the crafting or something. Like, you'd go to this place and you can like craft something, or it was like a smith thing. But say like even for Apex, which I think is a fantastic shooter, but I feel there isn't enough variety in the actual players you play.
Mm.
Like Overwatch, for example. You know, I've come fallen off of it, not because like I like hate the game. I just kind of like, it wasn't really for me, and it's not something that I'd put a lot of time into. But I enjoyed the diverse cast. But my main gripe with it was there wasn't much room to play how you want to play with the character. Like
Yeah.
there's different play styles, but they're like locked to the characters, so you have to have this role. Or in some cases, yeah, like you kind of do have to do that role, or your team might falter a little bit because you're not doing that, which isn't inherently wrong. I don't think there's a problem with having roles to characters, but it doesn't feel deep enough to me. Yeah.
I feel like for most players, it should be like I feel like everyone like they like to play a certain way, like obviously their own way. For me,
Mhm.
like obviously I have that unique ability to be able to play, what that group needs. Like some people, like they like to go all in attack, like oh my main is Genji, or oh like I'm gonna play support. I'm always gonna be playing, Lucio or something. Like you don't always have to be like
Mhm.
straight on that one person. Like I feel like everyone should be getting used to like playing more than one character rather than oh I'm always gonna play like this because that's just how I want to play. Like just try to be a little bit more open minded about it.
Yeah.
Like to answer your question earlier about like if like I guess you were asking like about if tactical shooters are still like good as of today. Was that your question?
I meant like for you specifically, like as someone who really enjoys those games, like how do you feel about them now? Like
I mean,
where do you feel like they are?
like a really good like fallback. Like if I wanted to play a game that's like very like you got to think about what you're doing. You can't just go out there gun ho like in Call of Duty games. It's all about you get shot once in the head, you're dead. That's it. But, like I like those types of games because it makes you think. It makes you be a little bit more patient. It makes you think
Yeah,
about what before you even make a decision, rather than just full sending it because that's not real life. You know what I mean?
yeah. Do
So
you
the
think
one
there
thing
needs
I
to be
really
more?
yeah, I mean back before even like Rainbow Six Siege came out, like I was like really into like Vegas 2, like that series.
Hmm.
Whenever they came out with it, I was kind of like, it's different because it's first person and like in Vegas, like you whenever you get behind cover, there's like an animation where like you get to
Hmm.
hold the left trigger and you can just literally like lean behind the wall and it shows your character. You can still like go in third person and see where everyone is before you
Yeah.
even peek out. With Siege, they did it a lot, and then obviously I gave it a shot, and that game's it's really fun, but still realistic,
Is
still
it fun?
tactical.
Hmm.
Is it really fun?
I'd say
Um,
so.
yeah, it's fun. Honestly,
I
like
was just making a
past,
joke.
I just haven't really played it. I've just been playing a lot of different games lately, like
Mm.
Mortal Kombat and like Apex.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, I just like to
I
chill and have fun with the games that I'm playing.
Yeah, of course. Fun would be number one rule.
I
Uh,
think I think a lot of so kind of like going back to the question you posed. Um, so you actually posed two questions, and I'm gonna answer um them both. Yeah. So you asked, you asked are competitive or tactical shooters like still relevant? Is that what your question was, or like are they
it was
still?
more like do you think there's a need to like expand on them right now? Like, is there enough variety in them? Is there enough
Or
of them? I guess because I mean I can't really think of too many that are
I I think so. I think there's a lot of tactical shooters. I mean, I
really.
remember with Siege, I remember being really excited for Siege actually when it was first announced because I was like, oh, this is like a Rainbow Six or this is like a CS:GO, but like
Hmm.
for all platforms, not just PC. And so
mm,
Yeah.
I was really excited about that. So um there's CS:GO, there's Siege, there's Overwatch, there's Valorant, and Valorant is just got released, earlier this year, and it was, it has a type. I'm personally not the
Hmm.
biggest fan of it, but just because I hate I don't like the concept of slow shooting and bullet spread or whatever. But I
Yeah.
mean, I understand that it has its thing, it has its vibe,
Hmm.
and then as I think that they're all very differed. You know what I mean? So it's like what like in Siege you have like these specific character abilities, like you have Bandit that can electrocute things, and you have IQ that can see electronics through walls. You have Castle who can like defense up or whatever. Fuse who can throw cluster bombs. So it's like they're all very tactical, and I think that is something that makes that game in particular very interesting and dynamic. You could destroy, if you could see it, you can destroy it, and that was a very fun aspect of the game early on. Um, and then same thing with Overwatch. It's more so like, hey, you have this colorful cast of characters, and it's like you can like like you feel like the person you're playing. Like when you're playing as Genji, you actually feel like a ninja. When you play as Lucio, you actually feel like a DJ on roller skates. When you play as Reinhardt, you actually feel like a crusader. So it's like that's the appeal to it. And then it's also like they also have their own abilities. They also have their own like play style. Moira goes in, does a lot of healing, slips out. Mercy's like natural guardian angel, right? So Diva is this mech piloting
Gamer.
gamer girl, right? So it's like, and then once once her mech gets destroyed, she's just a little baby with a pistol.
Yeah.
And you feel helpless, but it's like, hey, I gotta keep fighting, right? So it's like that's the appeal to that game. And then with Valorant, it's basically the same thing. Whereas Siege and Overwatch, where it's like you have like this cast of characters. It's not as colorful, but it's still there. And they have their own abilities, and like they all have like their own version of a smoke. They all have their own version of a wall or whatever. They have their own tactical abilities. They have their own like ultimate abilities, right? But
Really appreciate how certain games, like obviously like Overwatch, Valorant, Apex, like they have like really good lore behind the characters, so like you get to feel even more like into like, oh, this is how they are. Like, dude, I can relate to that kind of thing,
Yeah.
Really like about games that come out with those really good lore, kind of.
Yeah. And it's like stuff like the voice lines, like they like in Overwatch specifically, like they all have their own different voice lines where they all say hi differently. They all wave differently. Even they have their own like waving animation. They can say thank you differently. They have their ultimate status, the way they say it differently. And their ult line is it feels powerful. Like you can actually like like when Zarya grabs and she shouts fire at will or whatever, it's like, whoa, that's cool. Or when you hear on the other side and it's like a bunch of Russian, you're like, oh my gosh, like this is a big deal, right? Same thing with Genji, right? When you hear his angry Japanese and you hear him like pulling out his blade and a spirit dragon comes out, you're like, okay, this is time to sleep him, time to stun him, time to shatter him, right? Rip Genji in 2020. Well, actually, he's revitalized, but so it's very. And then I was also watching another video on how the animation for Overwatch is so amazing, because they all have their own different reloading animations. They have their own like ability animation. They have their own animations essentially, both in the first person and the third person. So like when Zenyatta charges up his right click or his orbs, he's charging up, and you actually feel that he's about to unleash a lot of damage. And then in the third person, you can actually see him like just like whoosh, right, and he ducks his head or whatever. But
that's a lot of damage.
It is a lot of damage. And then but I was actually gonna say for Valorant, with their whole like character design and everything, they all have their own abilities, but they all play the same. So it's not necessarily a matter of like, oh, I want to play this play style, or so I got to play this character. It's more like I want to have these tools, but I could still play, the same way I've always played. They all have the same gun, they all have the same spread or whatever. They all run, they all walk the same. There's no like difference. They're all basically the same thing, but with just a different, set of tools. And I think that's what makes it better than CS:GO, but not as good as Overwatch, in my opinion. I mean, I think I do see the hype for it. But that's just me.
I
Aaron?
actually feel that that's an issue with like single player stuff too. Is feeling like every protagonist is kind of the same. Like they can have their personalities and everything, but especially like gameplay wise, especially when it comes to like shooter type stuff,
Mhm.
at least to me, it almost always goes into like a like a cover shooter pretty much, and that's not all of them. Like I remember watching a video on uh what was it? The infamous Watch Dogs, the first one. And I actually tried some of these things that he was showing in the video. Like you could do some cool stuff if you like really put like try and like get out there and use all your tools. You can do some really cool stuff during combat, But the game doesn't encourage it. You end up just like sitting behind cover and taking out guys, especially with stealth. Like I'm a big stealth dude, and I've always felt there isn't like a ton of incentive. Oh my god, incentive to like really use what the game's giving you. For example, like Dishonored. I remember I was talking to Aaron about this. How in that game, like yeah, sure, there's like a lot of approaches to what you can do, but you don't. There's not a lot of gamers that will really do some crazy stuff with all the powers, like switching your weapon mid fight or, switching from that to using the powers. And I think there's a big lack of that in competitive games and in first person stuff to really feel like you're playing that game, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. I was actually gonna ask Aaron, what are your thoughts on all of this?
On like Valorant and stuff?
On just like tactical shooters, gameplay, you know.
I don't know, man. If I'm being completely honest, I'm kind of losing my touch with shooters. I don't know why. Like, I just miss the days where, I can just hop online with the boys and play Halo 3. And it was just as simple as that.
We could do that right now.
I know, I know, but I'm just saying, like, it's not that same magic though. Like, you don't get that same feeling of like just got off school, now I get to play some, whatever mini games that were available on Halo 3 and Reach and all that stuff. And I don't know, like I like the simplicity of like everything being the same, everybody having the same guns, and it felt different, but it wasn't boring. You know? I can't really get into tactical shooters. I mean, there was a while that I was in the Siege and all that stuff, but I didn't stick with it. I actually uninstalled it the other week, and I don't know why, but I'm just not big on shooters anymore. Unfortunately, my favorite my favorite shooter right now is currently one of the games I have the least motivation to play,
which is
Destiny 2.
Oh yeah.
Detroit 2. That's good.
Yeah, like right now I can confidently say Mortal Kombat's my favorite game.
Interesting. I was gonna say I can't believe we've spent this whole time talking about shooters and all that, but we haven't even talked about Halo, right?
Dude, yeah, their premiere, their press conference, or their whatever it is, comes out in like 4 days for Halo Infinite.
Yeah, like 3 or 4 days. But I was gonna say Halo has a very unique multiplayer experience.
Oh yeah.
From Combat Evolved all the way to Halo 5, I think it's been unique and it's always brought something new. Personally, I think that Halo. Let me see, which one is it? Is it Halo 2 that has the elephants?
3.
Halo 3. Yeah, Halo 3 on Sandtrap. With the elephants, that is the best. And I think that is the best sort of like experience that I've ever had playing a game, because it's just like you have like what I love is everyone doing their job individually but collectively all working to the same goal. And that's why I really like the Warthog as a vehicle, because you have the driver driving, you have the passenger just shooting randomly, and then you also have the gunner on the back shooting individually. And it's not like, hey, shoot the person I'm driving at. No, it's like, hey, I'm gonna shoot the person who's following us, and then I'm gonna shoot the banshee, and I'm gonna shoot, the people that were passing. Meanwhile, the driver's just trying not to crash and flip. The gunner is not, or the passenger is just trying not to, fall out, right? So it's like this everyone is doing their own thing, but like collectively together as a unit, and that just brings even more of a sense to like an elephant, right? You have the driver, you have the gunner, you have the people who are on it, just like, just like shooting, right? And that's why I would like the scarab fights in the campaign, where it's like, hey, you are on a scarab. It's giant, it's massive. You're just small, and you're on a little machine, but you're still doing your part and taking it down. Um, and that's just something that I really like. I really like that kind of concept, that idea of hey, I'm doing my own thing, but I'm also contributing to the whole thing.
The last time you played Destiny, that's kind of like how we do in the raids too. Like everyone has their job whenever they're trying to contribute to, fighting the boss or something.
Yeah, but the thing is that you have a couple of people doing the same job, just within different groups, and I don't know. Like I like variety, and Destiny's just meh. But no, bouncing off Halo 3, or Halo in general. I think something that they would do really well at is like like some kind of game mode where it's like, I don't know, Spartans versus the Covenant, and the Spartans are like defending, like let's just say that, for instance, they are on a Halo, and for those of you who don't know, Halo is basically a machine that'll activate, kill everything, and it'd be cool if like the Spartans were defending it to try to stop the other team of Covenant from activating it, and it's kind of like a territorial, like, war kind of thing. Like, you only have so much reinforcements that you can bring in, before, or you only have so much reinforcements you can get before, reaching the next place and all that stuff. And if you captured, like, an advancement point on, whatever control room or whatever there was, then you got more chances to, like, kind of go after it. I think they would do really well in that kind of yeah, kind of like I think in Battlefield 1 they had that kind of game mode.
Yeah, it was like push or rush or something like that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no, I like game types that tell a story, So it's like kind of like what you were saying, Aaron, where it's like push and then defend, right? Push and defend, attack and defend. Um, and I think, what was it? Battlefront actually did a really good job on that, where it's like,
Oh
hey,
yeah, with the command posts.
yeah, like, hack the command post, request Y bombers to stop the AT-ATs, or else, the AT-ATs get to the thing, and then they destroy the base, and it's like another one would be Titanfall, where it's like, hey, you win, or you fight to earn points or whatever, and then by the end of it, the losing team has to go and uh get to their drop ship, or go to the pickup ship. And actually, I have a really funny story about Titanfall, where I was on a losing team and everyone had to go to the drop zone, or the pickup zone, and we were all hiding like in this like little like corner room that the enemy didn't really see us in. And so I'm like looking around, and there's like a good like 8 or 9 of us, and the dropship comes by, and I start running, and I just have my eyes focused, tunnel vision, on that dropship, and I go and I'm running, I'm running. I'm not really like paying attention to like what's happening around me. I just have, like I said, tunnel vision. I get on the dropship, I turn around, and it's just me. Everyone else has died. And, and I got the sole survivor, like medal, and then it was just terrifying. It made me feel like I was in an actual war. Same thing with Battlefront too. When the Battlefront beta came out, and it was just the fight on Hoth.
Yeah.
I got a brand new pair of Turtle Beach headphones, and they had like the surround sound and everything. And I was just in a little Hoth trench as a TIE fighter screaming over me, and it felt like I was there, and I was like really scared. But it was really cool.
Game's just like, all your friends are dead. Here's a medal.
Yeah.
What you were saying, Aaron, that sounds really interesting. And I think, like what you were saying, Jacob, about the story, like I think what would be really cool is if, like, say there's like different ways you can like attack, like say like as the Covenant, and like the Spartans would have like countermeasures to that, or maybe they can get to something before the Covenant can, and they can't use that way of entry anymore or something, and you have to like find some other way. And of course, you'd have to like make sure you don't feel like you're backtracking too much, or it's just
Yeah.
like, oh my god, we have to go do this now. But like,
It'd
it'd be really cool to add that variety of like different story progression.
Yeah, it would be like a cool mechanic that I've had like for those type of games is like, for example, like yeah, you got like one big mission, go ahead and like just get to the take over whatever you're trying to take over, but like, and yeah, that's the main mission, but during that game mode there are like smaller missions like, hey, if you can go and I don't know, like destroy this entryway, then it gives them like less, like it gives them like 20 less respawns or something like that because but then they can counteract that and be like, well, while they were doing that, we were able to accomplish this, and this gave us like, I don't know, like stronger weapons for our vehicle, or I don't know, just something cool like that. Like I feel like
Yeah.
video games need to be a little bit more ambitious, but like we need something other than fighters, shooters, and RPGs. Like that's all I'm seeing nowadays. I want something new, but that's
You're forgetting the biggest genre of 2018, 2019, and
freaking
2020.
battle royales or what?
Battle Royale.
Oh my god, dude. Once Fortnite hopped on that,
No,
everybody else did, and I'm sick of it.
I think that's. Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, you good. I was just saying I'm just sick of these same genres. Like I want something like groundbreaking, you know?
Yeah, just yeah, like or just like that, and just like adding like to the things we have, like adding more interesting ways to
It's
play
like
it.
if you're gonna give us the same genres, you got to figure out how to evolve it, you know? So, and Halo did a good
Yeah.
job. It's just they're coming to a halt. That's why I'm excited for Halo Infinite, you know? If they flop it, then well, I mean, gaming industry is kind of in a bad place already. We don't really have much to lose, but um but
Hmm.
anyway, I'm kind of sick of talking about gaming. I want to talk about something interesting because we I want to talk about something in particular.
All right, what do you want to talk about?
What's
How you
that?
guys
What
feel
you got in
about how you guys feel about Will Smith?
mind? Oh
Oh,
man.
And I'm
dude.
only bringing
Oh
that up
my
because William looks like
goodness.
Will Smith.
Wait, what?
You look like Will Smith.
Look
Let's get
like
a
Will Smith?
He looks like Will
here.
Smith. I
Here.
don't know
Let's get a
what one,
picture
dude.
of William and Will Smith up right now. We'll show our viewers like, and
No.
there it is.
No.
I mean, I don't know too much about it. Like, I think there was like adultery involved or
Oh yeah.
something, and they were like on a break.
Uh,
I mean, yeah, that's all I know.
Anybody else?
What I heard
Um,
of him and his wife Jada, like they had an open relationship, and that when they were like apart, not together, um, she got into an affair with this other dude.
Some dude.
August.
I don't.
She's calling it, what was it?
I don't know. I don't know if it was an open relationship though.
I mean, that's what I like when I saw them do like the sit down at the red table. Like
Uh,
that's what they were calling it.
well, if it was an open relationship, then Will should not have looked that butthurt.
I mean, that's what he looked like. That's what everyone's making it look like, because they're like, oh, he's just there, and like he just looks sad because his wife had an affair. He didn't even know, or actually he did know.
I mean,
He technically already talked about
if it
and
was
everything.
if it was an open relationship, it wouldn't have been considered an affair though.
Well, it could always be one of those things where like they agreed on it, and then like later he's just like hearing it, he's just like, oh man, I'm actually not cool with this really. Which I mean, yeah, I totally get what you're saying. I mean, if you did agree upon it at some point, I mean, hey, but like your mind can change, your
Oh,
feelings can change about it.
it's entanglement. That's what they called it.
Yep. There's gonna be a new drama on Netflix, Entanglement, featuring Will Smith and Jada Smith.
Oh,
is that like a real thing or no?
No, but there's a lot of memes about it.
There's a lot of memes where it shows Will Smith's face.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's just like this one. It's like like one of my all-time favorite images where he's just sitting there making that face, and he's just got like the like the piercings from Pain from Naruto and the orange hair. I'll put it up right now.
Dude, what do I see? What if like each episode they just sit them down? They're just like, so you got any other marital issues? It's like what?
He just looks at him like that look. Like really. Yeah, but I don't really know. I don't know what's gonna happen to them. All I know is that, dang, that sucks. Will Smith doesn't deserve whatever pain he's going through because, man, his face is just. I haven't seen him smile in a while. I haven't seen a picture of him smiling in a while, at least. So.
Yeah, it sucks. I was gonna say, speaking of celebrities, if we're to be talking about them real quick,
Sure.
what is have y'all seen the video of Henry Cavill building a PC?
I did, yeah, I watched that.
Dr.
I watched that
Disrespect?
too. Henry Cavill,
Who's that?
Another topic.
the dude who played Superman with the
Uh,
reloading arms.
Yeah, okay. I'll let y'all talk about it.
All right.
I
You
don't.
got Google right there.
Yeah, I think that is the highlight of every gamer's week, both
Yeah,
straight
yeah.
and gay.
Why?
It was because I mean it's Henry Cavill, very attractive man, so I've been told, and
Let me see this.
building a PC, which is like what every gamer wants to do. Personally, I think building your own PC is kind of for nerds, but hey,
I mean, he is a huge nerd.
he is a
He's
huge nerd,
geek,
yeah.
dude.
Big ol' loser. Tell you
Yeah,
what.
I never really knew until like I saw one of his Instagram posts and he was like painting like I think it was like a Warhammer figure and I was like, oh my god, guy's a nerd.
Dude, oh my
Awesome.
god, Warhammer. That's a
Did you play
yeah.
him?
There was this one game of it that I played called Dark Crusade, and it was great. That's all I have to say.
Like the board game?
Oh no, not the board game.
Oh, okay.
No, it was
Man, I
a
kind of want to get into
PC.
board games.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool,
Chess.
dude.
Tabletop RPGs.
Dude, we can play chess, Adrian.
Man, so you can just laugh at me for
Dude,
hours.
no,
with
so
how
that I
bad
can teach you.
am.
Do you guys like chess, Jacob, William?
I haven't played it in a minute.
Yeah, I
Like
played it.
elementary school.
Oh,
Last
really?
time yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I learned. My dad taught me how to play chess at a very young age.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I learned how to play chess from my ex-girlfriend's father.
Really.
Yeah.
I think it's just mostly because I was taught at a young age. I think it's weird how many people don't know how to play chess.
Yeah. Because checkers, man, that shit is whack.
Baby stuff.
Yeah. I'm just kidding. If you like checkers, do your thing, but get into chess
Yeah,
if you
of course.
can because it's just so much better. That is, if you
Superior.
like to think,
Oh,
use them
Yeah,
brain
and I think
cells.
that's probably it. Why that many people don't play it? They probably think it's just boring and all that. Which I mean, hey, of course, not everyone would be attracted to chess, but like,
I mean, like
even then, I think it's just like it's really good mentally
yeah,
to play chess.
but I mean, like no, not everybody likes strategy.
Yeah,
That
fair.
game. Well, I mean, the thing is that
go on.
that game is a tactical game.
All
I
right.
mean,
Okay,
What's the
so
difference?
tactics tactics are moves that you execute in order to accomplish short-term goals. Strategy is your long-term moves in order to win the game. That game is 90% tactics, 10% strategy.
okay.
If I had a chessboard, I'd be able to explain this a lot better, but we don't have that luxury.
Let's all get Tabletop Simulator.
Let's just stream us playing chess.
And then we're just
Yo, for
talking.
real though, you can do that. Isn't there
Oh
like
yeah,
a
lot of people
website
on
right?
there's chess.com
There's
and
it's big right now.
you'd be surprised how many people on Twitch actually stream them playing chess.
Oh yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah, dude. You got to be good though.
So, Willie, we kind of plugged your Twitch last time, but when was the last time you streamed? I mean, because I know you've been taking a little bit of a break.
Yeah, it's been a while. I'd say like about 3 weeks since I streamed, maybe longer. Hold on.
Same.
Dang.
But the last time I streamed was Dragon Age Inquisition.
All right.
Yeah.
It's a good game.
Yeah.
It's a
I've been thinking about changing up my Twitch like strategy, you know?
Oh yeah.
I'm thinking about maybe
You mean your
instead of
tactics?
oh my god, no, strategy. Whatchamacallit. Yeah, instead of doing like 3 streams during the week, I'm thinking about maybe doing like one big stream every Friday or something.
Better not be on Janini Fridays.
Oh. Of course not.
Ooh. I thought it was. I thought it was Tuesdays. Janini Tuesday.
Tanini Tuesdays.
Janini Friday.
Janini Fridays is a J.
Oh my god, dude! I'm just gonna choose to ignore that one. Like,
I completely forgot what we were talking about.
the stream. Like, would
Yeah,
you do
Twitch
like
streaming.
would you continue
yeah.
with one stream or like one game for a while or?
Honestly,
you think?
probably yeah. It'd probably just be like I mean, most of my streams, I just want to stream Mortal Kombat, so just like
Practice that grind.
yeah, the competitive mode.
We gotta do a King of the Hill one.
Dude, honestly, I mean, I feel like that would be more like for a video rather than a stream.
You can do both at the same time.
Yeah, we could, honestly.
Yeah, I feel like that's one of those games we could stream it and then have a video on it.
Yeah,
So,
I just
we're just having our meeting on the podcast.
Jacob, I wish that Jacob liked Mortal Kombat.
I don't not like it. I'm just not good at fighting games.
But the only thing I can give you advice for, like, I mean, that's just for any gamer. Like with any game that you play, the only way you'll get better is if you just keep playing it over and over. So,
Yeah.
same thing with it. More
I can disagree.
You disagree.
I disagree because I tried to get into Injustice and I played that game. This goes the same for Apex Legends. I played that game. Doesn't matter how much I played it. I didn't get any better. But whenever Mortal Kombat came out, after about a year and a half, after not touching a fighting game, I got really into it for some reason. I don't know why I like it so much, and it's making me want to try out other fighting games now that I understand how they work. But I don't know, Mortal Kombat 11 just has like this, like I play that game, I actually get adrenaline, you know, just from how intense certain battles can be and stuff like that.
Yeah, you're really passionate and you really like that, that type of gameplay. You're into that game.
Yeah, but it also gives me this painful freaking itch whenever like I lose, whenever I should not have lost. It's a blessing and a curse.
That's the competitive spirit, Aaron.
Yeah. I can't hear you, William. What'd you say?
I just said in it to win it. That's all I said.
Oh,
okay.
I mean, like Nico or my buddy Nico said something about it that I definitely think I feel this way too. Is like, of course, like there's that competitive aspect, and I totally get you, and I feel that way a lot sometimes. But it's like whenever it's I always come in thinking, I want to have fun with this game. 2 dudes, and like one of us is gonna walk away with the win. Like one of us has to.
Well, the thing is, I don't look at it that way. Like whenever we fight, like yeah, we're fighting to win, but honestly, like I enjoy fighting you because it is such good practice. Like I would say that you and me were fairly evenly matched. So like, just
well, I mean that's what I'm saying. Like when I fight you, like I kind of have that respect of like I'm gonna win or he's gonna win. Like,
yeah, and yeah, don't get me wrong. I definitely think about like, damn, I can't believe you won that, or I can't believe I lost that, or whatever it is. But like at the end of the day, or like at the end of the day, after the end of like that match or whatever, I'm just like, wow, that honestly could have gone totally different,
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
that's that competitive spirit, wanting to win and wanting to get better. And I think the reason why you like Mortal Kombat so much is because you understand like bounces and juggles or whatever, right?
Getting there.
It's just understanding that the technicalities of a game just ultimately makes you better. Learning how a game works, learning how to monopolize and benefit from everything that the game has set up for you, really helps you in that thing. So if you can learn, like, now I'm not gonna say like learn how much damage every attack does, every combo does, right? And how to perfectly flawless someone with the right set of combos and everything, but it's just learning, like, hey, like, this is a bounce and I can like transition into a juggle, or I can transition to a grab and a throw or whatever.
Yeah.
um
Oh
and
yeah.
then
Much effort you really put into that, game that you're wanting to play.
Yeah, but the thing about this, like, okay, so we see this certain trend in Halo a lot. It's especially the most guilty in Halo 4, but in other games as well, everything is always damage based. Every single thing is damage based. For example, Halo 4 battle rifle. It just comes down to what weapons do the most damage and have the easiest like TTK, right? So the thing that I most enjoy about Mortal Kombat is that the moves are like, yes, you're concerned about how much damage they do, but you're more so concerned about, like, okay, can I juggle with this move? Can I transition it into a grab or a throw or command grab or whatever like that? And then ultimately that transitions into, how much damage you did overall in your combo. It's very very fluid and free. It's kind Mortal Kombat's kind of like jazz. You like jazz? So I don't know. Maybe I should stop treating it like that. Maybe I'd actually fucking win some games if I did that. But anyway, you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
yeah.
We went right back
Speaking
to the
of,
game topic.
yeah, that is true. I was gonna say, speaking of battle rifles and time to kill, I would make an argument that the Covenant Carbine is far superior than the battle rifle.
I
It has
mean,
a
in some games, like some
it has
Halo,
Not
a
in Halo
it's
4.
trash.
Isn't it like
Yeah.
semi?
Yeah, it's a semi-automatic. It's not burst. So that means that it fires as fast as you fire it, and I think it's like what, 2 or 3, maybe even 4 headshots to completely take down
In Halo
a
4?
Spartan. I think
There's
I
so.
no
think it's
way.
pretty weak in 4,
It's
honestly.
it's yeah, cuz it's strong in Halo 3. I know that. And
Yeah.
Halo 2. Halo 2 especially. But I know in Halo 4, I mean, as far as I could be wrong, but I know that Halo 4 is just
Well,
you either play battle rifle or you die and
well, yeah,
perish
that's
like a
on.
Well,
dog.
That's the thing. It's pretty evident. Like no one uses the carbine really. I don't see it that often.
I use
So I
it.
think that's telling.
I use it all the time.
Also comes down to how much obviously crit shots that you can land. Because I don't know if it's obviously different whenever you hit just all body shots with the carbine and then the battle rifle. Because then
Yeah.
the TTK changes.
Yeah.
I mean, Halo in general at least for me, I've always felt is very much you got to hit those headshots, or you're
Hmm.
probably gonna lose the gunfight.
Yeah.
Mm.
Cause here, I'll show you my loadout for Halo 4 back in the day. It was Covenant Carbine, assault. No, DMR. It was Covenant Carbine, either DMR or an assault rifle. The two always changed. Um, and then it was a jetpack. Yeah, basically jetpack. And so basically, like, as I would be coming up to a fight between a person and another, I would, throw in a couple of headshots. My aim used to be really good back in the day. I don't know if that's believable or not, but my aim actually was pretty good. And so then after that, I would just jetpack up. They can't see my head as well as I could see theirs, and there goes that fight. Boom,
Hmm.
easy win.
Man,
Wow.
okay. I don't know if anybody else had the same problem, but back in the day, Halo 3 and Halo Reach, if you played it enough, you were God. And
On?
yeah. And now, whenever we got the Master Chief Collection and all the boys were hopping on, Adrian and I tried to play Halo Reach. Worst experience ever. Halo 4, however, oh man.
Halo 4 is where
And
it's
I'm
at,
just,
dude.
yeah, no, that's the thing. I don't want it to be at Halo 4. I want to, man, I just wish that the gameplay of Halo 4 could be in Halo Reach, because
Yeah.
like Halo Reach, the game itself is superior, but the game, like actually playing the game, it's just so much better in Halo 4. And overall, I have much more fun in Halo 4. It's just like, especially in the Master Chief Collection, you customize like almost every single thing of your armor, and whenever you play Reach. But Halo 4, you're just given everything. You don't work for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because I remember in not in the Master Chief Collection, but in the actual base game Halo 4, they had like Spartan points or whatever, and that allowed you to like buy like the jetpack, or the ability that allowed you to have your scope available while you were scoped in, or
Yeah.
not your scope, your radar while you were scoped in. Allow you to have two primary weapons, right? So I mean, in the base game, you had to level up and grind, not really grind, but play for those Spartan points to unlock, the different loadout things. So that's just my 2 cents.
Yeah. Well, I don't know why we stopped playing Halo, because I was always having a blast in Halo 4.
Halo is fun. Halo's a fun game.
It is fun. I think Mortal
Only
Kombat happened.
Played like the second, third Halo, and then I played Halo Reach. But then after that, I didn't really play that much of it. Like I only played like the campaigns. I didn't really play multiplayer.
Yeah. I always made it a mission to play the campaign and beat the campaign first before I jumped into any multiplayer. And Halo was like the one of the first campaigns that I ever beat, like the first video games that I ever beat, like
Oh,
as like story wise.
have you played all of them?
All the Halos?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Except for ODST and Reach. I think I
Oh.
started Reach, but maybe I finished it. I'm not entirely sure.
If you haven't, you should, dude. Halo Reach has one of the best stories.
From what I hear, yeah.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking.
Actually, I think I have.
Oh,
I don't know. I'm not entirely sure.
right. Okay, you guys know Noble 2, right? The cat?
Yeah.
Adrian, do you know her?
Where is that from?
From Halo Reach.
No, I don't
Oh,
know.
okay. Well, there's a character. Her name's Cap. Adrian, you cannot tell me that Cat from Halo Reach and Cassandra from Dragon Age aren't the same person.
Dude, hold on. Nah, I can't even believe you put them on the same level. Cassandra.
No, I'm just saying they look like the same person.
Oh, they look
yeah,
the same.
Yeah, I'll put the images up.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, kind of. I mean, minus like the braid thing.
Yeah.
Cassandra has in her hair. Yeah.
I wish more people were into Dragon Age. I need to get back into that game. There's honestly a lot of games that I think all of us have to play, but time permitting.
Yeah.
Also, Mortal Kombat permitting.
Like Rambo the movie.
I need more, Adrian. More.
Of Dragon Age?
No, more blood.
Oh, okay. Well,
Mortal Kombat.
Dragon Age.
Play right now. Play right now on the podcast.
Dude, oh my goodness.
Talk.
All right. Anyways, so I guess we'll go ahead and get into this segment. We don't really have that many viewer submissions for this one, or let's say we have a lot of viewer submissions. We just don't have a lot of variety as far as who put them. So I guess this is where I'll go ahead and make the announcement of. If you watched our previous podcast, you know that we accepted some topics and questions from you guys, and that's something that I think that we should incorporate into every single podcast. We want to be able to communicate with our audience and see what you guys are up to, see what y'all think about us and all that stuff. And I think that having y'all as an interactive in the podcast is a good y'all. I think I think having everybody, our viewers, as an interactive in the podcast would be super cool. So obviously just go ahead and shoot a DM to our Instagram account or to our email. All of that's provided in the bio of our YouTube as well as our Instagram. So if you have something you want us to touch base on, we'll go ahead and put your your social media tags in our description and videos, and we can't wait to hear from y'all.
On with the user submissions.
Yeah. Let's see. I do only have a couple. They are from the same person, so we'll just go ahead and do one, just because we don't really have too many backlog. But let me just go ahead and pull it up real quick. All right. This one is from our actually personal friend on Instagram, Matthew I56. He says, "What are some plans that y'all have upcoming for the channel?" I'm assuming YouTube channel.
Yeah. so we kind of touched base on this last podcast, but we can go over it again just to sort, because I don't think
I can get another question if you want.
No. I was gonna say I don't think we really went too into depth because we got a little sidetracked.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Prior. So upcoming, I think, is obviously this podcast, right? The podcast that we're gonna be uploading every week.
Right.
And we're actually gonna change up the scheduling. So
Yep.
the first episode went up on what is it, Saturday?
Yesterday. Yeah, we're recording on this is recording on Sunday.
Yeah, we're recording on Sunday right now. We're going to be uploading it every Wednesday is the goal. Will we stick to that goal? Hopefully.
I would say that maybe like Thursday should be the latest.
Thursday at the latest,
absolute latest, but we should try for Wednesdays. We'll try to get our podcasts up every week. That way, by the time we're recording the next one, people have had at least a chance to listen to some of it,
Yeah.
And that way, we have stuff on our YouTube for people to listen to,
Yeah. And so also coming up, we have, I don't know, I mean, I guess this is all a part of you, Aaron, and the ideas that you have coming up.
Oh, yes, of course. I'm sorry, I had to think about what you were talking about for a second. Yeah, actually, if anybody, listening right now is interested, our schedule right now is to do recordings on Sundays and then use the week to edit our videos. We're trying not to have too much of a gap between our videos, but more specifically, I know that later today we're scheduled to record a video on a very special game, a little bit of an indie game. I'm not going to reveal it. I'm actually going to let you guys watch the video because I'm hoping to have that video posted by next weekend at least. So, and there's also another segment that we're doing regarding food, because on this channel in Pickle Pop Studios we kind of want to get into everything, and everything is, obviously video games and whatnot, but we're aware that not everybody's interested in video games, so we have a couple of comedic cooking segments coming up, especially with me and Tanner. That video is also going to be released sometime this week in regards to me and some of the other members who are going to be involved in it, and I can't wait to get that out to you guys. I would love to reveal it, but I kind of want to keep our viewers in suspense.
All right, very well.
Yeah.
Okay, so Willie and Adrian, do you have anything that you want to sort of let the inform the audience about, or about upcoming PPS things, or do you have anything that you'd like to add? I guess I should probably word it like that.
No.
Just stay tuned. I'm currently working on learning how to use, FL Studio. So hopefully in the future I can learn how to or produce like some music, so that way we don't have to worry about, copyright stuff. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be working on that.
Yeah.
Some new stuff. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I think it's very imperative that we talk about like how we kind of want to put our hands into everything. We want to get into video games. We want to get into like clothing brands, music, all that good stuff, animation, and we just ultimately want to bring a smile to y'all's faces and hopefully inspire you guys to do something just like we are, just a group of friends, and just share your experiences, and because believe it or not, the world wants to hear about it. You're your own unique person, and why wouldn't anybody be interested in that?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. But yeah, no. That's pretty much all for. Is that the only
All right.
user submission, or?
Yeah, we don't have too much of a variety. But you know, we'll have a lot more going on next podcast. As far as
Okay.
viewer, we'll make that a bit of a longer segment next week.
All right. Is there
Yeah.
anything you'd like to add, Adrian? Or
Definitely this week I'm gonna focus on getting some art pieces out on the the Instagram.
Yeah.
I don't know if we post those on Twitter too, but
We should.
and then there's of course I have some personal stuff I'm working on too. I'm gonna try to balance that out, but for
Yeah,
sure.
most definitely. Be sure to check out Adrian's Instagram page at ET Monolith and check out his stuff that he's doing for his art page.
All right. Well, I think that's pretty much it for this week. Talked about a lot of stuff. Talked about cats,
Yeah.
dogs, video games, upcoming PPS stuff.
Will Smith.
Will Smith.
Will
Yeah.
Smith.
Henry Cavill. But yeah, no, thanks
Should
for
get them on the
thanks for
podcast.
Yeah, right.
absolutely.
Any idea on
absolutely,
who's
yeah.
going to be in the next podcast?
It'll be a surprise.
Oh, okay, great. That's just great.
And so yeah, that's pretty much it for this week. Thank you for listening, tuning in. Lots of good stuff coming on the way.
Absolutely.
And sit tight, Hopefully this is going to be out within the next couple of days, and it won't be a week before then. But yeah, no, everything is looking up, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, absolutely. We got a lot of content coming your guys' way, so please enjoy.
And as a final note, Willie, where can people find you? Like, if people want to see just you, where can they find you?
Well, you could definitely follow me on Twitch. It's twitch.tv/BDPino. I'm definitely going to be getting back into that later tonight. I'm going to be streaming. I'll update my schedule for tonight when I'm going to stream. But yeah, you can catch me later tonight streaming.
And
All right.
Adrian, where can the people find you?
You can find me on Instagram, ETMonolith, where I post artwork, and on Twitter, I forgot the handle. It's probably on the Instagram page, but yeah. Oh, and on Twitch at the Eternal Monolith.
And Aaron, where can the lovely people find the bear?
The lovely people can find the bear at Instagram, isma.lee, and that is the same for my Twitter. And then if you want to check out some of my Twitch, I haven't been streaming recently, but I do have a lot of clips and videos. It'll be at Isma Lee.
That's YSMA, right?
YSMALE, yes, sir.
And you can also find me at Hella Spaced Out on pretty much everything: Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. Yeah, I stream every Sunday.
Very consistent.
Very consistent. Yeah, every Sunday and every Friday, and potentially more to come later on in the future.
Oh yeah, and our Minecraft Mondays as well.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Dude, Minecraft
yes.
Mondays.
Because that's something that we do stream.
Yeah.
Anyway,
you're right. Now that you know where to find us, that's pretty much it. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good week.
Have a good day. Yep.
Bye.